Your journey from local hero to surfing pro begins with the ESA. Catch your first wave with the ESA local districts, where the dream takes shape. Rise through the ranks in the ESA regionals, then make a splash at the Easterns, where East Coast champions are born. Earn your place on the ESA All-Star team and set your sights on the world stage with the WSL qualifying series. Chase glory in the WSL Challenger Series and aim for the pinnacle, the WSL Championship Tour, where legends are made. With ESA, your pathway to professional surfing is clear. From home breaks to global acclaim, catch the wave, live the dream.
All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. ESA Northeast Regionals here in beautiful Ocean City, Maryland.
So this was another successful ESA Northeast Regionals.
Oh, comes unstuck.
I'm Michelle Summers, and I'm the ESA Executive Director. Started a little crazy with the weather and waves. Well, it wouldn't be a Northeast Regional without a nor'easter blowing through. So we always get wind, we always get waves, but then we always get epic conditions to finalize the day.
Welcome out, day 2.
But we ended with sunshine and amazing surfing.
All right, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah, baby. What a difference 24 hours makes. Counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it.
We want to thank everyone who made the trip down here to Ocean City, Maryland to join us for this event, and we can't wait for next year's event. Good evening, everyone. I am Michelle Summers, the ESA Executive Director, and joining me here is our coach, Jason Motes, our ESA All-Star Team Coach. And we are excited to welcome you to our 2025 ESA All-Star Introduction. This is our 3rd or 4th year doing this online, and we're excited to be able to bring this into your home and everybody can see this in person live. We have a special guest with us this evening who's going to help Jason introduce this team because he is a huge asset to the East Coast and he knows all of these kids and has been involved with many of them since they were just little groms starting to surf in his grom tour. So I want to welcome Phil Jackson. Hey, Phil.
What's up, everybody?
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh, no worries. It's a beautiful night and stoked to hang out with you guys and introduce these groms.
That's great. I'm going to skip out of here and work everything from behind the scenes and let you two do your thing. So without further ado, have fun, guys.
Wait a minute. So Motes, she left us in charge?
Maybe the last time. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too, man. Yeah, it's been a long winter.
Yeah.
And I've seen some epic footage though. These groms out here just charging, and some of the coldest water temperatures we've seen. I mean, since I can remember, and especially up towards the Maryland area and Outer Banks and Virginia Beach, where these groms are still charging.
Yep.
And you guys are falling apart down there in Florida, huh?
Man, we've had 3 weeks of the coldest weather I can ever remember. The water dropped to 49 last week, and now it's up to 53. So it's warmed up 4 degrees in 2 days. I'll take it. It needs to keep going though. It's really cold. But man, I've never seen cold for 3 straight weeks like that. That was absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's been kind of gnarly. And but the positive thing is we're around the corner.
Yep.
The days are getting longer. We're starting to see some warmer temperatures, especially next week down into Florida, and things are going to start heating up. So hopefully everything's turned the corner and they're going to turn the heater back on, and we're going to be off to the races. Definitely some events coming up, and so it's time now.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like for your event at Ponce next week, we've got a whole nother week of weather in the 70s. So it should be quite a bit warmer down there than what it is right now. So you guys are stoked. You're gonna get some good waves.
Yeah, I hope so. It's always nice to get down to Florida, and we have a lot of people coming from the Mid-Atlantic region down there to get into some warmer water. So let's hope that it produces.
Marshall DePass just commented that I guess in the 70s it was colder.
The 70s?
In the 70s.
yeah, the 70s.
We were babies.
I wasn't even around in the 70s.
Oh wow, yeah,
I
was.
I'm a 1980s baby.
Good grief.
Yeah.
So what else you got going on? I know you're a busy guy this time of year. What else you got? What else you got cooking?
Yeah, man. We're just kind of getting the competition train rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And February 8th, we'll be down at Ponce Inlet for the O'Neill East Coast Ground Tour, and then some USA surfing stuff after that. And I know a lot of the local ESA districts. I saw the South Florida district had a really killer event. Darlin Lopes and those people down there had a really killer event. Last weekend, I was watching their socials and watching some live heat stuff, and they were even in full suits down there, which was crazy. But this is the time of year where party's over, downtime's over, and it's time to really start plugging away. And same thing that goes for the kids. It's time to start getting to work. Had some winter time. I see a lot of kids are starting to go on some trips now. You guys have the ESA All-Star trip coming up to Hawaii. So springtime's a really busy time, and then it kind of all comes together with the Ron John Quicksilver Pro down in Cocoa Beach, which I'm super excited for. The junior down there and the junior girls, everyone goes down there, and it's really a good time for all these kids to get their feet wet with the WSL. It's a great event for that. And by looking at some of the numbers, there's still open slots. So get in there, get your membership, get your insurance paid, enter the comp. See you in Cocoa Beach.
Should be awesome too, because if you look at the WSL rankings for North America, they're all fighting for 10 spots, and we've got a number of East Coast ESA representation all right there, man.
It's a dogfight for sure.
Yeah.
And then you had guys, Huckabee this past weekend from the East Coast in Pismo. Coach Stoyanov did, he had a really good showing out there. Former All-Star, and Blair Barton, and at the Worlds, and Owen Moss at the Worlds.
Yeah.
So the East Coast is a hotbed right now, and it's attributed to guys like you, for really taking the time out and getting them in the water and just giving them a reason to go surfing and keeping the stoke alive. That's what it's about.
Yeah, you too, brother. It takes a village, no doubt about it. And the girls too. Linnea Mons is on a streak. She's killing it.
There's so many girls right now. It's unbelievable that how many girls are entering surf contests and performing super well.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to see. There's going to be several East Coast females on the CT. And I think we're definitely going to see another East Coast World Champ soon.
Yeah, no, I
my
agree.
call. I'm calling it.
I agree with you 100%. 100%. So now we want to introduce the 2025 ESA All-Star team. I know Michelle's got a really cool video that was made for us. We're going to show that, and then Phil and I are going to come back on and kind of single these kids out and let you know who they are, where they're from. Give you a little info. Phil knows them as well as I do. So we're going to do that right now.
Yeah. some
How sick.
heavy ripping going on right there.
Jeez, and then some good waves too. Good grief. Makes me want to
Yeah.
go surf. That was awesome.
Yeah, that video definitely makes me want to go surf. That was just, I mean, that's just a testament of what's going on over here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
All those kids, all those parents putting them. Lots of what a lot of people don't understand is those. I would say 90% of those clips were filmed by parents.
Mhm.
They take them to all these events. They pay for the hotels. They pay for the food. They make sure they have the right equipment. They make sure they have the right coaching. And so shout out to the parents.
Yeah.
Like it's a it's nice to see kids have having parents and coaches and people like that really want to dig in and develop kids that are that good and putting it on video like that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's amazing, dude. I'm super stoked to see that video. First time I saw the video, there's a ton of ripping going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool to see the parents step up and help their kids pursue their passion like that. And dude, what a better way to spend. We've all got kids that are mine are adults. Yours are AJ's an adult. I mean, you got kids growing up, and you know how fast these times go. And what a rad thing to be able to travel with your kid to these contests and enjoy this time before they, go to college or turn professional or go other ways, move out of the house and stuff. So pretty cool times in all these kids and parents' lives. I'm glad they're surfing ESA and surfing competitively. And, I agree with you. Big shout out to all the parents, because it's a big investment.
It is, and that's one of the things I kind of touch on. And anytime I try to get in front of some people and talk about, I always talk about the journey and what it means to the contest, and the results just the cherry on top.
Yeah.
It's about the journey and going and traveling and being in the car and seeing your friends and staying in the hotel and going out to the pizza party and coming to your house during Supergirl. Like, those are the things that I remember from a kid, and those are the things that all these kids are going to take away from it, is the journey. It's just surfing's it's just a vehicle to get them there, And like I said, if you win, cool. Like, it's a cherry on top. Everybody wants to win. If you do well, awesome. But you can have some of the best events you've ever been to and not make a heat, and I never made heats. I always had a good time, but I never made heats. And that's just the one thing, if there's a takeaway in anything that I could promote and tell these kids and these parents, is always remember, every time you get in that car, you get on that airplane, it's about the journey.
Yep.
And it's about the experience and the people you meet along the way.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to win, but you have 150 competitors and there's 5 divisions, just like WSL, 2 divisions.
Yeah.
There's 2 winners, and that's it. But as long as you take away something cool from it,
yeah, a lot of life lessons, and soak it all in, man. Take advantage of every opportunity, especially the meeting people. I mean, that's one thing that I still love, is that I've got so many friends that we met surfing ESA.
How cool is it to go to any beach town and just show up, paddle out, and someone's like, Jason, what's up? Phil, what's up? And it's even if it's people you don't really know, but they follow you on Instagram or your Facebook friends or whatever it is, man. That's killer. And shout out to all the district directors too, that put their time and effort into all of this. They're the driving force behind it all. And you have big districts, you have small districts, you have super fun districts. Like Mosley in Georgia. Dude's been around forever. You look at he's got comedians on the mic. Like, it's just, it's a circus, dude. It's so, like, you watch it through Instagram and you see the videos. It's amazing, and then Marshall's got to run like 12-minute heats or whatever just to get through the contest 2
Yeah.
days.
Marshall, the biggest district in all of ESA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got, up north and all the way down south,
Yeah.
everywhere in between. All these directors are just putting their everything into it. And
Yeah.
so I just want to say thank you, not only from an ESA standpoint, but just from a competition director standpoint and someone who has a production company that produces surf contests. Thank you to all the directors and all the volunteers.
Yeah.
That make this happen.
And it is just that, volunteer. All these
Yeah.
directors are volunteering their time and and just their love for all these kids and to put these contests on. And it's it's amazing. Absolutely.
It's not easy. It's not easy. And it's hard. It's a tough thing to do. And it's a thankless job, but we're here to say thank you to everybody out there doing it. We really appreciate it. Motes back to the All-Stars, wanted to kind of touch on a few of those kids. And I know a lot of the kids that from Florida, you talk to them on an everyday basis. And I just kind of want to start with the All-Star Junior, the junior team maybe, and the Groms and Jay Wire, dude.
Yeah.
How sick is that kid?
On fire. Yep. No, he's in the last couple of years, man. And it just goes back to what you were saying. I mean, his family loves surfing. They travel to the contest, but they also travel, and just go free surfing together. And, the kid puts in so much time, him and his little brother, Everett, and watch out for Everett. He's coming.
Oh, dude.
And
next level.
Yeah. So between the two of them, they have this really cool little competitive rivalry going. And man, the last couple of years, Jay has just absolutely been blowing up. I get to see him surf all the time right here, and just a good kid. And then Ethan Robertson, has been
fair game.
Just, I mean, he reminds me as he's getting older. I mean, he's taller than I am now. He's starting to fill out. He's got this, getting more power to his surfing.
And bro, how busy does bro stay in a heat, dude?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like he's always in the spot, Like, did he just get a wave? I'm calling a wave. I feel like I just finished calling his final turn. Next thing I know, he's out the back spinning, going on another one, and it's just like, he just blows up. I'll never forget when he picked up that little twin fin sharp eye. Yep. I still got a picture that I see all the time on our Instagram. I'm just like, oh, that dude was just. That little twin fin came out, and he went to work on that.
Yeah, I think it was your event. Was his first event riding that little board.
Yeah, he brought it straight to the beach, like just fresh out the package.
Yep.
He ended up getting like a good air shot,
Well, and he rode that. It really helped him too, because then when he started going back to his regular performance shortboard, he was doing turns in different angles and stuff, and it all came from riding that little twin fin.
Yeah.
And it really taught him a lot.
Caused him to slow down. He had to slow down a little bit.
Yep.
Ethan. And then another Grom that's just on an absolute tear, Reef Henson, Delmarva. Yep. You can tell by his surfing when he gets into some stuff that breaks a little bit further outside. He's kind of a little wiry because he's used to that Maryland punchy beach break, and he loves the Outer Banks. And he's another one that you're going to have to keep your close eye on, because he's got what it takes. He's starting to get a little bit of power behind him, but he's very, very textbook. And there's a cool little crew up there, with Reef, and they push each other. And so, he's definitely on my radar, man. I can't wait to see I can't wait to see what he does. And
fun kid to surf with. Yeah,
he's super fun to surf with, because he's all, he's just frothing. And then you got another froth lord, dude, Christian Winter.
Yeah.
And shout out to Adam Winter, who, is part of the site crew for regionals. So Christian gets that extra time because Dad's there, man, in the station. He's helping us put up the scaffolding and the banners and the tents. So Christian's either sit in the truck or go surf, and he goes and surfs,
Yeah. Money bags. Moneybags is nonstop humor. Christian Winter is just nonstop, 100 miles an hour fun to be around.
Yes, and
I love all these kids. You always get a couple kids that just stand out, and he is hilarious, man. Moneybags is what they call him.
And they're having a good time, man. He's the ringleader for sure. He's a good kid, man. And speaking of the Northeast, Finn Law.
Yeah, Finn Law.
Wow, dude.
So Finn Law had a bad competitive year last year or year before last. Didn't make the team. Didn't get mad at me. Didn't let it bug him. He knew he had an off year. Came back this year and killed it at regionals. Absolutely went off at Easterns and some really good surf. And now he's back on the team again.
Yeah, he put me on notice for sure. I was like, oh, Finn Law, watch
Yep.
this kid, you know.
Yep.
And then another Outer Banks Loke dog, Cash Suter. If you want to know if it's rideable, ask Cash. He'll go out. He'll
Barrel
come and tell
master
you.
from OBS.
I mean, dude, 8-10 foot. I'm like, it's not doable. He's like, watch.
Yeah.
Watch
Well,
me. Hey, he'll go out, pick off the biggest, gnarliest set, come in, and he'll be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
doable, but it's not that doable. But
yeah.
he'll first one out
He'll
every
go.
time.
Absolutely. He'll go.
And then Asher Eastwood, another one down by your neck of the woods. Watch
Yeah,
out.
North Central Florida. His dad, Jason, is our North Central Florida director.
Shout
Sister Carly, absolutely ripping. Asher is phenomenal to watch surf. The kid absolutely just rips, and they're all still so young, man. It's crazy. And then starting with the girls junior team, Ansley West from right here in North Florida, East Coast champ, won U14. She's been absolutely killing it. Getting better and better. Surf with her all the time. And then Kira Solo from Central New Jersey, another one that's spending a lot of time in Puerto Rico and, you know, getting around quite a bit. And
watch her.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, put her on your radar.
Yeah.
Kira Solo, you know, put her on your radar because she's coming. She's gonna
U12 East Coast champ. Yep.
She's gonna hurt some feelings for sure. Another one, Charlie Gallo, New York. Wow.
New York.
What a killer family too, man.
Yep.
I mean, amazing people.
Yep. Under the tutelage of Will Scuden and his brother. And yeah, man, girls surfing really good, charging some big cold waves, man. It gets otherworldly cold up there where she is, but she is absolutely ripping. And then just north of me, First Coast, Florida's Callie Sharp. She had some video in her video. She was surfing the pool. She made the Grom Tour final in Palm Springs. And
the Rip Curl Grom Search in Palm Springs. I saw that clip.
Yeah. So she did. I mean, that's a feat in itself, going through this region and qualifying for that event. So that was huge for her. She did really good at Easterns. And then her buddy Lonnie Rodriguez absolutely ripped at Easterns. I think she got third in the final U14 and was just ripping. And then she just got back. Her dad took her out to Hawaii. She was on the North Shore during the Eddy. She got to surf the Haleiwa International. So Lonnie is another one that's up and coming and ripping from First Coast, Florida.
Quick shout out to Tom Dugan, ESM, Eastern Surf Magazine. He's watching.
Yeah, Tom.
He commented and said, "Who are these clowns?" He said guys. I just said clowns.
He's got it right.
God. What a freaking legend, dude.
ESM, Mez, love those guys so much. They've done so much, just for East Coast surfing as a whole. I mean, incredible.
Yep.
What they've done to help everybody out. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for those guys. So Tom, Mez, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that. Off to the All-Stars now, ladies, 15 and older. Motes.
Wow. Ava Earl. Hasn't even been. I think she's been surfing for about 4 years now. She was a big gymnast. Got sick of the gymnastics thing. Came to surfing and she's instantly, over the last couple of years, just become a powerhouse, on the East Coast. And she's doing QSs now and going that route and just ripping, man. Fun girl to be around, a great family. Absolutely awesome. And then, Madison Bennett.
Short board, long board, doesn't matter.
Any board from Central Florida. She's on it. And
she rips.
Yeah. Her and her dad are super fun to hang out with. And
good people too. That helps.
Yeah.
Madison
absolutely.
Bennett, look, a lot of stuff coming from her. And then Ayla Stuntsman, wow, QS. She put a hurting on a few people.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse. I mean, the girl is amazing surfer. Mom Tracy's taking her all over the place. She's fully grinding on the QS this year, as well as doing ESA. doing the primes. And I mean, it's showing, because the girl is the most powerful girl surfer that we have on the East Coast right now. I think she just put up a clip the other day of her just absolutely slamming some backside off the top, I think in Pismo. And
super fun to watch, super fun to call her heats. Like, it's just whenever you see that name in the draw, you know it's going to be explosion. And then thinking about grinding, Skylar Steinmetz, Southern North Carolina. Skylar's where's Skylar today? Carlton, the dad, loads the truck. He's gone.
Keeps a very low profile at the events. Just has a little umbrella over there.
Yeah.
Let Skylar do her thing. But she's been on the All-Star team for a number of years, and now she's 15, 16, and you can see in the lines that she's drawing on waves, getting a lot stronger, a lot more mature in her surfing.
Very strategic surfer. I like it.
Yeah, I expect. I can't wait to see where she goes in the next couple of years. And then we got Southern South Carolina, Sky Dominguez, another ripper powerhouse surfer.
Yeah, Sky's on she's on another level, and she's surfing really good. Marshall's down there doing a great job, and got a lot of Sky has a lot of competition down there, and there's a lot of girls in Charleston, Georgia Brown, and some other girls down there that are absolutely ripping. So Sky Dominguez, keep that name fresh in your brain, because you're going to see a lot of her this year, as well as Kenzie Tilley, North Florida.
Yep, Kenzie Tilley. Same thing, just really got into surfing probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and has just, put the work in. She's out every day. Her and Noah Poteet are traveling around together all the time, and she's absolutely ripping. And I'm stoked that she made the team this year. It's gonna be fun. And then
a lot of North Florida girls that are just coming on strong. I think it's because of the what the program you're doing down there and the consistency of the waves. Just powerhouses. Kate Pierce, Ashley Howard, and Lily Walker, all from North Florida. Those three.
And they surf together all the time. They're always in the water. They go to school, they get home, they go surfing.
And they feed off each other.
Yep, totally. And they're looking at, they're watching Linnea and seeing what she's doing. Linnea surfs the pier all the time, and she's super friendly with everybody. So they've all got to know her, and they've excelled tremendously. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So Ashley Howard, Kate Pierce, Lily Walker, North Florida, coming on strong. Super stoked to see what they're going to do this year. And then all the way up in the Delmarva area, Reef Henson and Christian Winterwater up there, Carolina Laban.
Yep.
Talk about a powerhouse, man. I've seen her some pretty sizable surfing.
Yeah.
She goes for it. She charges.
Yeah. Good. I'd like to, even in the video we just showed, had a nice backside turn. I think up in Hatteras, I saw her do a backhand turn to where it was like, whoa, she's surfing really good, and just sweet girl, awesome family, sweet girl. So so we're stoked and stoked to have all of you on the team this year. Congratulations, you earned it. And I'm super excited to work with you and surf with you coming up soon. So
going to be a killer 2025, Motes.
Absolutely.
And then off to the guys 15 and older. Bunch of powerhouses here, starting off with Dane Casey, Central New Jersey.
Yeah. And Dane in the video had a wave backside that he hit in the video that was in Hatteras during the free surf when it was big and gnarly and blown out. And I was out there with him that session, and he was ripping. And stoked to have him back again this year.
He's not scared to he's not scared to charge, that's for sure. No. And then First Coast, another First Coast weapon, Noah Poteet, man. God, that guy, he's super fun to watch. No. He's done a lot of events, and I've gotten to see him in all different kinds of conditions, and I really enjoy watching him. So.
Yeah, he just got back from Nicaragua, where he put up a YouTube clip that's insane, and just surfing so good. So stoked to have him. And then we got Tucker Dempsey. It says he's actually from North Florida, but Maggie Dempsey's brother, another kid in the last 3 years, has come on super strong, absolutely ripping. And then Mako's on here.
The busiest surfer in 2024 for live heats.
Yeah,
he had the most heat wins. And in all of the live heats platform, the kid is all over the place.
He's the live heats world champion. I mean, I'm not even kidding. That's what it said.
No, he is. Bodyboard, longboard, shortboard, whatever. The Mako's all over the place.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so one last lap for Mako before he goes off to college this year.
Well, and let me tell you, he is one of the best wrestlers in the nation. The kid is
South Carolina state champion.
Yeah, I mean, he's incredible. So yeah, he's gonna do some things without a doubt. Then we got Aiden Flynn.
Here we go.
Yeah, Aiden Flynn, Noah Petit's best buddy, and you can tell that these two are just feeding off each other because man, the last couple of years their surfing has hit a whole nother level. Aiden's the air guy. Seeing him just do some incredible aerials, like in the video that she just showed, is very cool. And then Southern New Jersey's Lucas Kaplan. Stoked to have Lucas back. Love that kid.
He's fun to watch.
Yep. Another just little ripper, man. And here we go. So this guy's been on the All-Star team since he was a little bitty kid. Just won open shortboard at Easterns. Gavin Mitchell, Central New Jersey.
You want to talk about laser focused?
Yep.
Gavin Mitchell. I remember the first time Gavin Mitchell entered one of our events, and I could see it. You know, he wasn't that good, but he knew he could. He had the vision. He could draw the lines, and I could see it. And I'm like, man, this kid's gonna get it dialed in. Once he does, it's off to the races. And we haven't seen the peak of Gavin Mitchell yet. You know, we haven't even close to seeing the peak of Gavin Mitchell. So with an open shortboard title under his belt, look out 2025 Gavin Mitchell. You're going to be hearing a lot of that name. Another one, Taylor Meekins.
OBX.
Literally one of the funniest kids you'll ever meet in your life. You know, great family, great kid, and absolutely charges.
Yep.
If it's not 2 foot overhead, they're over it, you know.
The OBX crew, they're just made different. I mean, it's insane the elements they have to surf and the waves they have to surf. And those kids, you know, Buxton's just not even, I mean, you know, Hatteras is not an easy place just to live, much less decide that you want.
And I want to give a shout out to Morgan O'Connell too up there.
Oh yeah.
Morgan's in the Outer Banks, man. He is, you know, single-handedly keeping these kids in the water. And Brett Barley, there's a lot of awesome people up there that are doing really good things. And shout out to Morgan. I just had to kind of say that.
Yeah, love Morgan. Love all he's doing. He's been incredible. And then also Taylor's brother Thomas is coming back with us again this year. Another, you know, same thing, just another absolute ripper. Looking forward to those guys going to Hawaii with me this year. I can't wait to see what they're doing out there.
Yeah.
And then Meeps. Meeps is back.
Meeps.
Southern North Carolina. Another kid. You know, all these kids are getting
another cool kid, man. Like all these kids are cool. You know, I love all these kids. Meeps is very talented.
Very talented.
Not just surfing. You know, he's a very talented person.
Yeah. And then we got new to the All-Star team this year from Central North Carolina, Emerson Timbers. This kid was ripping up at Easterns. Seen him; he's been ripping the last few years, but he really has stepped it up into another gear. And I'm really looking forward to getting to know him better and getting to work with him. He's another one that's going to be going to Hawaii with us, so that'll be.
He's a good kid, man, and he's not scared to charge. You're going to see some big things out of Emerson in Hawaii. I promise you that. He's just been kind of going off.
Yeah.
And then next up, Virginia. This kid has come a long way, man. And and there's another one behind him, Liam Maloney. Maloney. You know, goofy footer. Virginia Beach, First Street Jetty. He's has some secret spots that he likes to surf in Virginia Beach. But Liam is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
And he's really coming into his style and super nice kid. You know, he'll do whatever on the beach. Killer family, like that whole little crew.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful for that whole little VB crew. Whenever I'm out of town, they kind of make me feel at home, and they do a lot. You know, but Liam Maloney, man,
East Coast champ.
East Coast champ, and I mean, I cannot. This list. I'm so excited for 2025. I cannot wait to see these guys do battle.
Yep, and then we got another newcomer from Southern New Jersey, and this kid really turned my head during the big days that we weren't running the contest.
Yeah,
Noah DeSimone.
Yeah,
this kid was absolutely charging, and
And he was like during Easterns we had that lay day. He was on the north side of the pier.
Yeah. That's what
And
I'm
I
talking
didn't
about.
know who he was. Like
Yep.
I knew his name, but I didn't really know who he was. And someone was shooting, and I was like, "Who's that?" And they're like, "Noah DeSimone." And I just kept an eye on him, and I'm like, "Whoa, this guy's like, he's charging, he's surfing good, but he was also putting himself in the right positions."
Yeah.
He was very calculated at what he was doing, and
He had
you
some
could tell.
snaps that day on some lefts that were
Yeah.
coming in off the pier that were incredible. I mean,
He was having a blast.
he
Dude.
sure was. Yeah, he was having a good time. I was out there getting smoked, and those kids were ripping.
I was on the pier, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, he got to see the carnage firsthand.
Yep.
Yep. And then another Delmarva kid. This is the Style Master. Super stoked to have him on the team. Morgan Cushing.
Yeah.
You know, the kid rides longboards, shortboards, twin fins. I mean, the kid, he's just got this incredible flow to his surfing.
It's like he's riding a surf skate.
Yeah.
He's just all over the place.
Yep. Kind of Michael February-ish type, David
Yeah.
Rastovich. But man, gets on a longboard and is Gavin Idone or Quintalish. I mean, just absolutely rips on the longboard too. So super stoked to have him and looking forward to working with all these guys. And
stoked to see all these, all the talent coming out of
Mhm.
Delmarva recently. And
Hey guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a special guest waiting to come into the studio and join you guys.
Uh-oh.
One of our favorite All-Stars, and he is now moving on to bigger and better things, and we're so proud of him. So I want to welcome Matten Bain.
Oh, the guy that gets
Thanks for
nines in
joining
his
us.
sleep.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me.
Bro, the owner of so many 9.5s.
the master of the Christmas tree on his backhand.
What's up, dude? There it is. Hey.
There it is on cue.
What's up, dude? What's going on in the world of Matten Bain?
I've been able to escape the cold recently a couple of times, which has been nice. Gone to Puerto Rico twice in the past month, and it's been super fun down there. But got back home and there was still snow on the ground. And I was like, what is going on?
Back to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's on the table for Matten Bain in 2025? I know you've been an all-star, and seeing you at Easterns and regionals the past several years, and really putting on a great show and winning some really big heats and really big events, and I've seen you up against the wall needing 8.5s and getting them. How does all that kind of play out for you in the next chapter of what you're up to, and all that competitiveness and all of that experience that you have? What's going to happen next? What are you doing?
Yeah, I've got a couple events coming up. I'm doing Coco, and I'm super excited for that. And then I'm hopefully going to Barbados. I really want to make that happen, and just keep building experience on the QS stage, and really trying the full thing next year. And I'm super excited because that one in the Outer Banks was just so fun, and I was so happy I got to stay with the All-Stars and just have a lot of memories with all the younger kids. I made a lot of friends, and it was just a great time.
Yeah, Matten made the quarterfinals of the OBX Pro and turned some heads. Let me tell you, every heat that you surfed, it was like, you showed that you belonged without a doubt, and I'm really proud of you, man. I mean, that was absolutely spectacular. And it's just the beginning, dude. I can't wait to see where you go on this in the next couple of years, man. But I got to tell you that after being able to spend so much time with you over the last 4 or 5 years, I'm amazed and blown away by your surfing. But hats off to your mom and dad, because bro, you were one of the raddest kids to ever come out of ESA. I mean, you're just so fun to hang out with, such a good dude, and just keep doing what you're doing, man, because you're going places, bro. And I'm just stoked to say that I know you and got to hang out with you during these times.
I know him.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I definitely owe a lot to my parents. They were super supportive for me, even when it was such a struggle at some point, a couple of years ago, really trying to figure it all out. I wasn't really making a lot of heats really at all. I mean, me and my dad drove to New Jersey and I surfed that heat and we drove straight back home. And I've had a lot of tough losses in Florida, but now it feels good to at least be getting a couple heats down.
Yeah.
And now
So that kind of brings me to my next question, Matt. And since you are, you're the graduating class 2024, you're off to the big leagues now. What do you have, like, what kind of advice would you give the kids going through that right now? Because I said it before, there's only 4 people in a final, and there's 100 and something people. Like, how do you get through those tough losses? And I know there's times that you're just like, I'm over it, like, how do you get through that? And what advice would you give the kids coming up?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, just try not to put so much pressure on yourself. And this is what I've been telling kids. I've actually been coaching some kids myself, and it's actually super beneficial for those kids and myself. We both kind of grow off of each other and kind of relate to each other. But I would definitely say don't put too much pressure on yourself, and know that there's always going to be future events, because whenever you're done with an event, all said and done, you're still going to go back to your house and you're still going to have the same outcome. And that's just to work on your surfing. Even if you win an event, you're still going to go home and work on your surfing. But if you lose, you're still going to work on your surfing.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say don't put too much pressure on yourself, because it's pretty much the same outcome. I know everyone wants to win, but you can't win them all.
Yeah. And it's, there's a group of you guys coming up right now that are all, surfing at an incredible level, and you're all just now cutting your teeth on the QS. And that's one thing, that 5th place was a huge result for you, big confidence builder. And dude, I got to tell you, man, I'm going to miss you this year in Hawaii. This is like the first year in 3 or 4 years that Matt won't be with us. And man, we have had so much fun. What have those trips meant, to you growing up? Yeah,
it's hard. It's really hard not to go back because of how fun those trips were. Like,
so we're saying, might see Matt and Bain in Hawaii.
Come on.
Just so many new friends, like some of the best friends I'll have for the rest of my life, and best waves there. The trip cannot get any better. And we were so lucky to be able to get coached by Tamayo Perry. Yeah. And you're staying right on the beach, and you just get to go out and surf, and all the boys, everyone's all pushing each other to new levels, and it's so fun. It's just, you really can't ask for anything better. It's just amazing. And that's what I think all the younger kids should be like kind of striving for, is to go on this trip, because it is definitely worth it.
Now, what does that trip do to your confidence, getting in those conditions?
Oh yeah, it totally boosts your confidence. I was the first day this year we got there, Joey Biasato and Kai Summers, they were like, "Oh yeah, Matt, you're going out, right?" And I was like, I was definitely not planning on going out. It was the first day of the trip, and it was bombing off the wall, and I was really scared actually, but I'm glad they pushed me to go out, because when I came back on the beach, it was just the best feeling ever, and it felt like I could just surf any size of wave, really. I was so stoked.
Dude, they had a session at Rock Pile. Okay. No one, when I have a rule, when there's no one surfing a spot, there's a reason no one's surfing a spot. We kept seeing this wave at Rock Pile. Okay. This giant, massive wave, no one on it. Next thing I know, Matt and Kai, Joey, Noah, they're all like getting ready to paddle out. And I'm like, I'm not going out there, dude. Y'all have out. I'm like, this is nuts. I had a 7.2 that I leave in Hawaii. I was trying to get one of them to ride it. They weren't having it. They were going to ride their own small, way smaller boards. They got out there and put on a show, and some big. And next thing you know, like a couple other guys ended up coming out because they were surfing so good, and we were on the balcony watching. It was absolutely nuts. But I got to say too, the highlight though, the sun was coming down, the waves were huge. Trying to get these guys in, because off the wall, when it gets that big, it's just constant closeouts and rips and runouts. And it took them probably as long as they surfed to get in from off the wall. It was absolutely nuts. But man, big hats off to you, dude, because that was so much fun watching you guys out there charge that spot.
That was wild. I saw Tucker and Tucker and Joey paddle out, and me and Kai were like, "Oh gosh, now we have to paddle out. There's no way we can't go out now."
No, no, that was really cool to watch. And I got to tell you too, man, it was one year when your dad came out there and he was cooking for us. We haven't eaten as good ever since as the year your dad came out. That was so rad having him out there cooking for us, man. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Well, so you got Cocoa Beach coming up. You got hoping to go to Barbados. Any college plans or anything like that right now, or just gonna pursue the surf thing for a little bit?
Yeah, I've applied for Flagler College in St. Augustine, and I'm definitely looking into potentially going there next fall.
Yeah.
And it's super cool. It definitely fits my style, and they have a surf team there, and that would be super cool to get involved in, and go to nationals in California would be super fun. And just to be able to compete for a school would be super cool.
Yeah, Flagler has a rad team, and they're based in St. Augustine, which is just about 30 minutes south of me. So that's awesome. I'll get to surf with you all the time. I'm stoked.
That's a killer school too. Like the history in St. Augustine, and just the history of the surf club in Flagler is insane. And they've got a killer team, great school, and lots of awesome people.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a girl that goes there. I think Matt knows. I think that might be another reason.
Oh, yeah. What's her Maggie? Maggie? Is that her name?
Maggie, that's it. Yeah.
Poor Matten. But no, Maggie, another East Coast girl that just rips. And
she graduated.
Smiles for miles, dude. She has always got a giant smile.
You on her pictures, zoom in, and she's smiling in every maneuver she's doing. It's so funny. I love it. Well, Matten, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm stoked you got on here and talked to us. Looking forward to watching where you go from here. And if you ever need anything, I know I speak for Phil as well, man. Reach out to us, please.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Matt, and also, man, thank you so much for taking your time out to coach the kids. I know it means a lot to them. And so just, thank you from us for doing that, because we really need that.
Oh, of course. I really enjoy doing it, for sure.
Tell your parents we said hi.
Yeah, please. And Miles, tell Miles.
Yeah, Miles Bain.
Yeah.
That's another one to watch out for, too. He's coming.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See you, buddy.
Wow, what a legend, dude.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm glad he did.
It's crazy, man. We're getting old, because, I remember these kids were in push-in.
Yep.
But it's really cool to see all these kids, like Matten said, coaching, and you got so many people doing so many cool things around the surfing community, and it takes kids like Matten to another one, Jesse Heater. Jesse is doing a lot of coaching. He's got some girls down. He's got some girls down in the Outer Bay, down in Puerto Rico right now.
Yeah.
And if Jesse Heater's your coach, you can't be scared.
Yeah, Jesse Heater's an incredible surfer. Absolutely.
Well, remember when he won open shortboard and open longboard? And his heats, there was one heat in between, and it was like 8 foot and bobbing.
It was big, big and cold. He was killing it.
Oh, what a legend, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, Motes, man, that was fun, dude.
My fellow froth lord, appreciate it.
So yeah, let's Michelle had an idea. This has been almost 6-8 months ago about doing an ESA podcast, and asked Motes and I if we wanted to do it. So it's official. We are going to do the Froth Lords podcast with Jason Motes and Belly Slater. We don't know when the next one is, but we're going to try to center them around events.
Yeah.
That we're going to try to center them around events we can be together, or be able to bring competitive surfers in and bring these kids into the podcast, because we not only do we want it to be about surfing, we want it to be a community podcast, and we want to get a lot of the surfing legends and also the groms and the people behind the scenes involved. So I'm stoked to do it. I know Motes is stoked, and
yeah, man.
We're gonna have a good time with it, and that's really all that matters.
That's it.
So we got Igor on the comments. which kind of leads us into a little Q&A. If anybody's got any questions, now's the time. Any questions or want to give anybody a shout out? We can see the comments come through. Egar said, what are great ways to become a great surfer? I've been surfing for 8 years and I still can't do tricks. I'm still afraid of big waves. Any tips? Igor, I'm still scared of big waves and I'm 44 years old and I can't do any tricks either. I can do a 360. Just stick with it. You know, that's all you got to do. Just stick with it, ride a surf skate, and watch Jason Motes on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to mention too that our developmental team registration deadline is January 31st. And for those of you who are unaware of what our developmental team is, it is actually open to every single ESA member, no matter the age, who would like to have some one-on-one coaching working with Coach Motes and some other of our mentors, our all-star mentors throughout the year. And our registration is January 31st. You can register on Live Heats. And it's important to say that a lot of our all-star team members this year were developmental team. So it is a way to advance your surfing into the next level. So just keep that in mind.
Groms, get on that for sure.
And I'll say too, you know, they kept me more busy than the actual all-star kids. A lot of the all-star kids have their own local coaches and stuff like that. And they send me stuff once in a while, but those developmental kids, man, they were sending me stuff all the time. And, you know, Kenzie Tilley, Ashley Howard, Kate Purse, you know, they were all developmental team surfers last year and then had a killer competitive season this year. Now they're on the all-star team. So it's definitely working. And it's been super fun to work with those kids too.
I remember working with like Avon Johnson, you know, and he was
Avon, absolutely
always sending you clips, you know, getting the feedback, and he would go straight to the water and do exactly what you said. You know?
And Avon's another kid that's improved incredibly, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if next time we're doing this, Phil, he's on the team.
100%. I mean, he's come a long way. Hasn't been surfing for that long, and but it just goes to show that, you know, join that developmental team, guys, and get the coaching, you know, Motes, even myself, and send us the clips, you know. We have no problem taking the time out to make sure that everybody is getting the proper information. And, you know, more Motes on the coaching aspect of things and the technique. And if you ever see me surf, it's like it's not pretty, but I like to have a lot of fun. But Motes is more of the the guy for all of that. And if you have any competition questions, feel free to hit me up. You can ask me about any events, and we'll make sure we got photos.
I'm telling you, Phil's being very modest. He rips. Okay, don't let him pull this on you. Hey, Phil
Photoshop, bro. Photoshop.
Yeah, buddy. That was nuts.
Yeah. So that's that 7.2 Bobby Webb action right there, dude. That's a secret weapon. So yeah, if you guys got any competition questions, my my Instagram message is always available, Belly Slater Official. Hit me up. And if you want to know what to surf and what's coming up next or anything like that, feel free. Or if you just have general questions about what divisions to enter and what ESA district to go to, or you know, when regionals is, anything like that, hit us up. We're an open book, and our lines are always open. And please take this seriously when I say this, kids. If there's anything that you ever just need to talk about, like if if there's anything on your mind and you're like, man, I just wish I had someone to talk to, us two, hit us up. We won't big time you, dude. We'll make sure that we reply and we talk to you no matter what's going on in your life. We're always here for you.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better, man. Thank you. Absolutely.
Well, I want to personally thank the two of you for doing this evening and welcoming in our 2025 ESA All-Stars, because this is you guys know all these kids, and it just means a lot to everybody that you guys took the time out to do this for us. So thank you, Phil. Thank you, Jason. And thank you for the time you give the ESA.
Well, back at you, Michelle.
And shout out. Yeah, for sure.
One thing I want to say too is you're not looking like you're in Maryland right now. You got quite the tan going on. Me and Phil over here looking pasty, and you're all tanned up. Where are you?
I'm in my happy place. I'm in Hawaii preparing for our ESA All-Star trip. So We've got a lot of exciting things happening this year. And we have all the kids working with Reynos Hayes, and we have them working with Kalani Chapman and Josh Moniz and Chris Gallagher again. He's going to be around, I think, to help our kids out this year. So
Awesome.
All the stuff's coming together. We're tremendously sad, and we will miss Tamayo Perry in a big way.
Yeah.
And for all the kids that were unable to work with him, there's just a big loss for that. But this is, we're moving on and moving into a different realm with different coaches. So we're excited.
Yeah.
And Michelle's testing out the bakery to make sure the cinnamon rolls are okay for everybody when you get there.
Heads.
They knew me by name by day 3 in there, because I was just like, that is the best breakfast spot on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
See, my place is the coffee gallery with all the good baked goods and stuff.
That's good too. Yeah. And I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody on Jay Anderson, Tristan Newt, Steve Grunwald, everybody commenting, Terry McBride, Eli McDonald. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this. We really appreciate it. We the community engagement is what really keeps us going. So thank you so much for that.
Yes, and look forward to your podcast happening in the next couple of weeks. So everybody stay tuned for that. We'll be making announcements about that as it comes along.
Yep.
And everybody have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you all soon.
Later. You.